Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of You Ought to Know Live from the Hangout10.com network. Live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on YouAutoKnowLive.com. It's great to be with you. If you're watching this on archive, we'd love to have you join us next Tuesday evening, live at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm Dave Serio, host of the radio show You Ought to Know, seen and heard in the Baltimore and Frederick, Maryland area. And also, I have with me some friends from the automobile business. Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop in Reisterstown, Maryland. We also have Dave Winward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions in Jasper, Indiana. And Todd and Jose from Dynamic Automotive, 3 locations in the Frederick area. What we do is we talk about cars. These guys can give you helpful information on things that are going on in the industry and also, of course, advice. So all you have to do is listen in, and we'd love to have you. All right, so let's get things started right now with Mr. Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. Mike Lambert, I like to call you an extreme detailer. 1 car per day, and sometimes that guy will even straggle on over to the next day if it needs to. You do all types of cars, exotics, but you also do your daily drivers.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. We've had in here this week Porsche 911, the 930 actually, an older one that had been repainted. We coated that. We've had a Honda Pilots in here and Lexus SUVs in here this week, and we have a brand new Toyota pickup trucks. One of your listeners coming in this Saturday.
Oh, good.
And then an Infinity SUV Friday. So we do a little bit of everything.
Very, very good. And give the folks a little bit of understanding of what you do. I mean, everybody knows what detailing means, but you take it to an extreme, I believe.
We are very fortunate that our clients are enthusiastic about the way their car looks. So we go over every single square inch of the car and we bring it back to as close to factory new as possible. And it just we're lucky that they allow me to spend that kind of time on their cars, and it's worked out real well for us. We're going into our 16th year.
Well, very good. And you said like factory new, but I think you're exaggerating there because you actually make the cars better than factory new in most cases.
Well, yeah. Well, factory new everybody understands, but everything has defects in it, so we spend the time necessary and use the products we require to get it to look as perfect as possible.
I mean, the word detail really didn't mean clean.
Yeah, actually, detailing is, if I can remember this correctly, is the systematic approach to cleaning every facet of the automobile. Now, when I was growing up, everybody just said we went and waxed our cars. That's what it was.
Right.
And and you took it to the dealership, they cleaned your car for you. But then all of a sudden it kind of exploded into detailing, and now there's millions and millions of people out there that call themselves detailers. It should be probably.
And you also, as regular listeners of this show and also our show on Saturdays, many people know that you and Rod Kraft and one other guy had the opportunity to clean and detail and do some paint corrections on some brand new cars that just came into the port, the Alfa Romeo 4Cs, 130 of those guys. All red, I like to remind you, so I know your pupils have got red tint to them probably by now. Now, you said you had one of the Alfa Romeo 4C purchasers that actually already had bought the car before this shipment had come in, and he's asking you to do the same thing?
Yeah, we did 130 cars in 7 days. So, the cars that we did were all headed towards either New York, New Jersey, Maine, and Texas. We didn't see anything that was done local. Apparently, the story is that the first batch went out and the defects the dealerships couldn't fix, so they called Chrysler and said there was a problem. So that's how this whole 130 of them got started. But
sure.
I do a lot of customers from Porsche at Towson, and the gentleman over there knows of me, and the gentleman that just bought a 4C was over there with his brother who bought a Boxster, and was saying, they were looking at the 4C, and the guy recommended me and said, you really need to take it to this guy Mike, because we've heard he's pretty intimate knowledge of these Alfa Romeos. So
you do now, that's for sure. You can do it in your sleep.
I certainly do. So very nice gentleman to talk to. So I think he's coming in the end of this month. So we'll take care of it. We know exactly where to look.
All right, and I got to know one thing. What am I going to ask you?
Oh, it's red.
There you go. There you go. It's red.
Yeah, I think that's all. From my understanding, the inaugural edition or the introductory edition, whatever you want to call it, it was either red metallic or straight red. That's all it was.
Very good. All right, well, let me give out your contact information, Mike. The website is right there on your bottom third, theshineshopautodetailing.com. And on that website, you've got pricing. You have cars that you've done over the years. You also have the information on the Geon, which is the ceramic coating that you put on, the protection that will help protect the paint and also bring out the color of the car extremely. So all that information is on your website, and your contact information by phone is 410-833-1632.
Yes, sir. And I meant to tell Jose, I did a 1966 Cadillac Eldorado convertible.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
And it was interior was all original. It had been repainted, but the original color. But it was I was told from the owner that it's rare. It had a burgundy convertible top to go with the car, and that was supposed to be a rare option. But that thing was as long as my house.
Well, I was ready to say about your phone number. I said, for those of you that don't have a computer, let me give you Mike's phone number, 410-833-1632. And then it hit me. If they don't have a computer, they're not seeing this.
Exactly.
There you go.
We skipped right over that, Dave.
Yes, we did. Well, Mike, thank you very much. Hold on just one moment. We're going to be back to you in just a little bit, okay?
Sure.
All right. Mr. Dave Windward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. Good evening, Mr. Dave.
Good evening, Dave.
Good. Has 2014 been a good year for you?
Yeah, it's been a good year, and for the company, it's been the best year we've ever had.
Great.
That's since 1942. So we're very excited about that, and hopefully next year we'll bring just as much. And as the president of the company said, it's a blessing and a curse, because keeping up with the demand, creates a lot of issues that are good to have, but
sure.
There's a lot of challenges involved with that kind of production.
Well, I think Jose and I and Mike, we all understand that.
Yeah.
Mike is as popular as he can be, and his appointments all the way up through March and April. Jose and Todd, I know, are kicking butt and taking prisoners, and we've been very, very busy, and people have been calling in trying to get appointments for tomorrow, and we're pretty much booked up. So it's been that's all a good thing. We're very, very thankful for what we have.
Yeah, and in our effort for constant improvement and eliminating waste, one of the most time-consuming processes when it comes to gas remanufacturing is the cleaning of the engine block. So tonight I had some examples of different cleaning methods and what we do, and some are good and some are bad. Some that we're really not even allowed to do anymore because our friendly EPA kind of shut some of that stuff down. So
all right, well, go ahead and show us what you're talking about, because we'll do that, and then we'll go over to Jose and Todd.
Okay, sounds good. Well, there's a few different types. One, if you remember back in the day, you could extend your block out or your heads out and have them what they call a hot tank. And
yes.
That was a big just barrel of a extremely caustic material that if you put your finger in, it would probably melt your finger.
And by the way, all the guys, all the men and women who did that years ago, they are no longer with us.
They may not be. And there's very few, it's kind of like chroming. Chroming is an old art, but it's very environmentally unfriendly. There's not many places you can send a part to have it chromed. There are still some places to do it. They have to abide by all the laws. There's very few places you can actually get a true hot tank. And over the years, a lot of the smaller machine shops have gone into hot agitation method, which is basically like a giant dishwasher. Dave, I'm sure you have one of the cleaning units in the shop that just circulate, and it's almost like a dishwasher detergent.
Right.
And they work well. One of the other methods is a method that we used for a long time, and that was the choline salt bath. And what we did was we took industrial salt and melted it to about 700 degrees, and then we would dip the blocks and the metal castings in a big basket, and it was almost like lava. It would flow through all of the water jackets, the oil ports, and it did a fabulous But again, the just the cost of doing it, plus the environmental impacts to which we followed all the laws correctly. But it just became, I believe, more of a nuisance than it was actually a benefit. And one of the neat things about the blocks nowadays is they do tend to sludge up if you don't change the oil. But the sludge is more of just a, it can be dissolved with solvent.
Byproduct of heat and oil. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times a solvent will take care of it. And then the water jackets, a lot of these blocks are aluminum now, so you don't get that massive corrosion in the water jackets. And that's the methods that like the caustic baths would take care of. So you really don't have to worry about that as much nowadays. Cold salt bath would definitely take care of it, but it's something you don't see as much. So one of the methods we've gone to is called, one is a bacon blast method, where they'll take the castings and put them in these giant kilns, and it'll heat them up to a certain temperature that just basically bakes anything organic, any sludge, any gasket material, and we pull it out, and then they can either blast it using a very popular method now that we use is baking soda. So they have a baking soda blast, and the other method, which is primarily used with the cast iron, is called a tumble method. And I had an example here, and this is on a much smaller scale. If you've ever had a chance to use or have what's called a jewelry tumbler or a rock tumbler, it's basically just a, I got one right here. It is a rubber basket, and inside the basket is just a stainless steel media. It's almost like BBs and shot, and they look like the little nails. And you put and here's an example of something I've used it for. Is in my efforts to restore my old car, here's an old fender bolt, and you can see that it's it's nice and rusty.
Right.
Well, you stick a bolt in this thing, and it goes into it's got a cap on it, and it basically goes into two wheels, and it just rolls it, and it just keeps rolling it, and all that media just gets circulated. And you stick a bolt in there for about 2 days, and it'll come out looking brand new.
Wow.
And we're using a similar method for a lot of our cast iron blocks, only on a much, much larger basis. And instead of just having a small shot, they're actually larger chunks of steel or stainless steel. You don't want anything too small that's going to get in an oil galley or a water jacket. And I have a video, and Dave, you actually saw this when you were out at the factory. So
Sure.
I'll play the video really quick, and it's pretty impressive.
Okay.
I'll fire that up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's actually an entire engine block in that barrel, and it's got very thick rubber. So you think about it bouncing around, it's not hurting anything because it's just probably that rubber has to be 1.5 inches thick, and it's
I would hope so.
Yeah, some steel shot, and it's just bouncing around. And let me tell you, when those things come out of that process, it looks like a brand new block. It is shiny, and it's got the cast iron look to it. And it's after that method, then we put it through an agitation tank that washes it, and it has a rust inhibitor. But boy, that does a great job. But it is a
I wonder how many engine blocks they can do before they have to replace the rubber insulation in there.
Yeah, that's a good question. And I noticed, you look at some of them, you can see the rubber was starting to split apart a little bit. So I imagine that's replaceable. And you insert it and then just keep going with the process. It's a really clean process. When you bake and tumble them like that, the only thing left is just like a powder that can be disposed of, and it's just basically a dust. And I think they can even just throw that in the normal landfills. It's not
years ago, you used to be just called Jasper engines, and now you're Jasper engines and transmissions. And we found out a couple weeks ago, which kind of surprised a lot of people, that Jasper right now is selling 3 times as many transmissions as they are engines.
Yeah.
And transmissions are very, very well. They have a life expectancy now. Engines, everybody seems to know how to take care of engines. Year oil changes, even from overheating. But nobody's maintaining their transmissions as much as they should. I won't say nobody, but a lot of people aren't. And transmissions are failing at 100 to 120,000 miles. And Jasper, you're there to rebuild them.
Yeah, and the engines, we're seeing these engines last 300,000 miles, and it's a good thing. But I believe the transmission technology is kind of trailing behind the engine technology. And when you're looking at some of these new vehicles, you were talking about that new Hellcat with 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
I have no idea what kind of transmission is behind that.
Yeah.
And
They had to build they built a special one. It was on the Tremac 6-speed that I have, but
Okay.
they had to beef it up. They had to beef it up.
now, is that
The automatic. I don't know who makes the automatic, but it's beefed up for it.
now is that the Viper transmission or is that the Talon?
The 6-speed is, yes.
Okay.
The 6-speed manual is a Viper transmission. I don't know about the automatic.
Okay.
I don't know who makes that. They say they had to beef it up considerably.
Yep. And
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Dave.
The guy that
We're going to be back to you in just a few moments. Do you have a contest for us tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, great. We'll be back with you in a few minutes, and we'll give some folks some chance to win something. Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Todd and Jose. Jose and Todd of Dynamic Automotive, and they are the dynamic duo. Yes. So good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Dave. Nice to be here tonight. Blue.
Merry Christmas to both of you. We didn't get a chance to see you last week, but we're glad you got a chance to join us here. Did you guys have a nice Christmas?
Yes, it was very nice. Saw a lot of the family and a lot of the kids, and it wasn't as stressful for some reason or another this year. It seemed to.
Well, alcohol does help. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I have another bottle of wine, please? Yes. No, actually, I don't even drink, so I had to deal with my relatives completely sober as always. Very, very tough to do.
Yeah. Well, we
Obviously,
enjoyed.
obviously they don't listen.
There was a lot of food. Unfortunately, that really got the best of me, and I've got to work on losing 10 pounds now. So
I understand that. I'm in the same boat. Same boat. Todd, how about yourself, buddy?
Oh, we had an excellent Christmas. Unfortunately, plans changed 3 times between Tuesday night and Thursday. So
Okay.
sicknesses in the family, and
Oh boy.
we ended up having Christmas at our house. So
Okay.
it was busy, but it was
Well,
good. We had a great time.
Very good. Did you guys open on Friday, or were you closed?
now we were open on Friday.
What a slave driver. I'm telling you, Todd. What a slave driver. I was closed last Friday. We'll be open this Friday, but I was closed last Friday. I let the guys go at 1 o'clock on Wednesday because it did die down for us. Monday and Tuesday last week were crazy, but we got a lot done. The guys really pushed. I told them if they got things done by noon or 1 o'clock, I would let them go. And, you know, you say that to the guys, and that's all you need to say. You know, they find a way to get it all done.
Yeah.
So, yep. And we closed Thursday and Friday. So it was a real nice 4.5-day weekend for us, and it was nice.
That must feel really good.
It was.
Yeah. We opened. Well, we closed early Christmas Eve. What time do you think?
At noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Christmas Eve naturally dies down. It gets very quiet.
Sure.
You want to
Yeah.
shoot out of there and attend to family matters. But
Right.
Friday we were opened up right out tailed and then Saturday they came in. They actually gave me the day off Saturday, which was kind of
Good.
nice.
Good.
And you know, but tomorrow, New Year's Eve, will probably be open regular hours unless it dies off. But if it's here, we'll be here. You know,
Okay.
regular hours. But
Very good.
yep,
Well, give out some information on your 3 locations in the Frederick area, Mr. Jose, if you'd be so kind.
Okay, Todd and I are here at the Liberty Town location, and if you want to reach us, you can call us at 301-694-6250, and our original location is in Newmarket, Maryland. That phone number is 301-694-5460. You'll talk to lovely Sarah or my partner Lee over there. The Urbana location, which is open 7 days a week, that's right off of 270. That phone number there is 301-874-8833. And that location boasts a quick loop facility, a 9-bay shop, and a 60-foot soft cloth car wash that Mr. Mike Lambert absolutely adores.
There you go.
Hey, did you
The only
guys...
car wash he recommends.
That's the only one he recommends.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I guess you guys have heard in the news that Tesla has opened up or is in the process of constructing a new factory right outside of, I think it's in Nevada, Reno, Nevada.
I've heard about, yeah. Uh-huh.
Lithium battery factory.
Right.
It employs 6,500 people there. And
Wow.
as a result of that, there's going to be a lot more businesses moving into that area too. So
Sure.
Nevada has got a big boost of employment coming.
Well, I'll tell you, I really wish Tesla success. There are some haters in the world that would like to see that company go. But I'm telling you, I think it's fantastic. I think the products that I've seen them make are really well made and do what they say it's going to do. I think it's great.
It is remarkable. And I see them as providing probably, hopefully, batteries for all different types of vehicles, hybrids.
Right.
With that's supposed to be cutting edge stuff that they're putting together out there.
Well, I can honestly say that if it wasn't for Tesla, I probably would have no interest at all in electric cars.
Huh. Yep. He's,
I mean, really. Until I drove a Tesla, my idea of electric car was or less sounding than that, and no power. And when I found the electric, Tesla sports car, and drove that about 5 years ago, I could not believe it.
Now, I got a question for you because you seem to know a lot more than we do over here about electric cars. When you compare Tesla engineering, technical engineering, comparing it to a GM product like the Volt, what are the main differences there?
Well, I'm going to say something that many people may think is kind of rude, but compared to Tesla, I think the Volt is a joke. And the reason for that is because of the lack of real miles that car can do on its own, just electric. Now, the gasoline engine that it has is just a gasoline engine to charge the vehicle. You don't really run on that gasoline engine like you do in hybrids. But I mean, when I look at a car like a Tesla that can do 200 or 300 miles on a single charge, I mean, how many times during the year do you actually drive more than 250 miles in one day?
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Right. That's
So
true.
I think the Tesla engineering is only going to get better. And I would not be surprised that very soon down the pike, they'll be making cars that can go 500 miles on one charge.
That would be a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yep.
The average
And I believe that to happen.
I think the average commuter in my area does anywhere from 80 to 120 miles a day.
Right.
And that's a long distance commuter right there.
Sure.
When you're driving from the upper Maryland area, Charlestown, down to the metropolitan area, those people are putting 100 to 120 miles a day. I used to do that. So
Right.
by the example you've just given, a Tesla could do that easy.
Yes. With plenty more miles to spare, and you're not, bringing your battery down to a scary level.
Right.
But I'm very impressed. Not only am I impressed with really the Tesla car itself, as far as the battery and the amount of miles it can go and all that, but I am unbelievably impressed with the performance. I mean, 0 to 60 times in a 4-door sedan under 6 seconds. All right, and now they're coming out with the all-wheel drive that will have a motor at every single wheel. Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be incredible. And the quality of the car. I mean, things that you just don't even think about. Like, you walk up to the car and you have the key fob in your pocket, and the outside, the door handles pop out for you, okay, to open the car. When you're not near it with a key fob, the handles are recessed. Not only does it look better, okay, but it's safer. It's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, sounds really cool. And now that I see this in the news, the amount of jobs that they're producing, I'm all for it. Because
Yes, sir.
cutting edge.
I do want to remind everybody that's listening right now, if you want to go to my website, daveserio.com. That's DaveSerio, daveserio.com. Right on the top, right in the right underneath the headline or the logo for You Ought to Know is where it'll say Dave Serio drives the Tesla S model, and that is on there. It's a very interesting video. I think you'll find it to be really good. So if you haven't seen that, it's a great way to find out more about the Tesla S.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, Jose and Todd. It's great having you. We're going to be back with you in just a few moments, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, going back with my friend Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. Mike, of course, is the extreme detailer and does detailing of one car per day. You said you've worked on a couple things this week. What are some of the interesting things coming up that Elena has not hardly told you about?
Well, we have some, let's see, well, the Alfa Romeo, we have some Porsches coming up. Porsche 918, I should be seeing shortly. That's the new hybrid.
Wow. That's the electric motor and also the gasoline motor vehicle with like, what's 900 horsepower or something?
Yeah, 900 some odd horsepower. We should be seeing one of those shortly. That's
right.
about all I can tell you about that.
Very good. That's okay. We're not asking you to go into a situation where we have to, act like we don't know you after that.
But and then my understanding is another 110 Alfa Romeos are coming in the middle of next month, so we'll see about that.
Are you think you'll be working on them?
I have a feeling that if there's problems, they'll be calling us back. So
okay.
That's the latest
right.
one. Which is cool. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's enjoyable.
Right.
And, I can tell you now, I'm much more confident in my wet sanding skills than I was. So,
Well, you learned something. Question for you. I saw the size of the inside of that building. What was the temperature inside that building?
72 degrees, buddy.
Really?
Yeah,
that whole building is heated?
Yeah, they heat with waste oil.
Right.
And they heat with those, I think you call it the radiant tubes, like they have like the doors of Home Depot up in the ceiling, the big round tubes. And it'll make you sweat.
Very good. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, you want to be working out there in January. You don't want to be working out there in a 50-degree or 45-degree place because they don't have any heat.
Exactly. Plus your chemicals don't work right when they get cold.
Right.
So, they have to be. But no, it was a nice place, clean. I mean, they kept it very clean, so it was an enjoyable place to work, actually. Wasn't bad at all. Yeah.
Now, how was your Christmas start?
Very good. Very good. Spent time with relatives, the people you don't want to hang around with all year. You got to.
Right. There you go.
No, we had a pretty good. My wife's.
We're sending a copy of this to Mike's mother-in-law right after this.
No, we're sending my mother-in-law's actually. Elena and I gave her and her friend a trip to Morgantown, West Virginia this New Year's Eve, so she can be with her family, and then we got to see our nephew's new daughter. So that was exciting.
Well, good. Very good. And you got to do something on your car last weekend.
Oh yeah, I finally got to work on my car for a change.
Yeah, it's right behind you, right?
Yeah, we did. We finally got it to the point where I could do we did the Dion coating on it, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out.
And you said that at Hunt Valley Horsepower, that people actually came up to you and was talking about the color of your car, weren't they?
Yeah, we had a Dion product on it before, and everybody really liked it, but we finally broke down and repolished the car and put the Mohs coating, plus coating on it, and I had a lot of nice compliments. It was very nice.
And that's kind of unusual on a black car. People don't usually compliment black cars unless they are really superb. And because very seldom can people get black cars looking that good.
Yeah, it took a lot of work on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but we got it done, and I'm pleased with the way it turned out. So.
Well, my car's still sitting in the garage waiting for you.
Well, you have an appointments coming up, I believe.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
So, but if
the Pantera will be over there. Pantera will be over there first.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll turn out really gorgeous. That's a pretty color too.
I hope so. I know it will. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Well, Mike, thank you so much for being with us this evening. I'm glad you and Lena had a very nice Christmas. We wish you a very happy New Year. And by the way, I reiterate, I want to thank you for the great job that you're doing on the radio show every Saturday. It's very informative. People love it. I get more compliments on that than they do me, and that's a great thing. And I want to thank you very much for doing it for the last year. It's been fantastic.
Well, I'm flattered that you asked me to do that, and I enjoy doing it. I'm running out of things to talk about, but we'll work on that. And,
well, after a year, you can start repeating. That's okay. That's not a problem.
We'll try to freshen things up a little bit, and then. But I really appreciate it. I'm happy that we've become friends, and everybody that we do this with on Tuesday night. I really enjoy it. So happy New Year to all you guys.
Well, thank you very much. I think you took that friends thing just a little too far, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
No, truly we are friends. Very good. You've actually got my real cell phone number, so I mean that proves it right there.
There you go.
The guys on this show, they can call my real cell phone. That's it. That is the definition of friendship, in my opinion. If you don't have my real cell phone number, you're an acquaintance.
I think that's what it is nowadays. Yeah, if you got my cell phone number, then we're good.
There you go. Well, thank you, Mike. Hold on. We'll be right back with you, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Back to Dave Windward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. And Dave, you've got a contest for us this evening. What you going to give away, mister?
I got a beautiful Jasper retro T-shirt.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
And, what kind of contest do we have tonight? What do we have to determine? By the way, reminding everybody that's watching right now, if you first person to email Dave correct answer to this contest wins the T-shirt, and the email address will be going up in just a few moments with the contest. So what do we have for us, Dave?
Well, we were talking about transmissions earlier, and I'm going to share a picture, and all you have to do is guess what kind of vehicle this transmission goes in. And this is a transmission that Jasper builds in-house. It is not a remanufactured transmission. It is a Jasper-built brand transmission. So I'll flip up the picture here. Over there in the corner, you can see the shifter, so I can see a manual transmission. And I'll give you a hint, it is a 4-speed transmission. And that's a transmission that we do in-house.
Okay. I know what it is. I've seen it in person. And that's pretty neat. Very good. So the first person with the correct answer at jasperman73@gmail.com will win the Jasper T-shirt. And just get a hold of Dave at that Gmail address, and he'll notify you and get that mailed out to you right away.
And if you'd like to purchase one, you can give me a call. They're $14,500.
What's that now?
If you'd like to purchase one, call me or email me. They're $14,500.
Well, you know, I was going to say just one, but you know, at that kind of price, let's talk through, okay?
Yeah. I'll consign them at your shop, Dave.
You know, I'll wait till the 5-speed comes out, okay?
Okay.
Now,
Dave, thank you very much. Thanks for being with us this evening, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Now,
We'll be back in just 1 second. What's that, Jose?
Will that transmission handle the horsepower of a Hellcat?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It will.
and a couple more 100 horsepower.
Oh, my.
Yes. Which means we're giving a hint to what that transmission goes in. So very good.
Yeah, good luck with the clutch, though.
You guys haven't been with us for a while. Things have been very busy at the shop.
Over here?
Yes.
Yes. We've been very busy sprinting it out to the end of the year. Today was really busy. We're staying on our toes, and it's good to see. December is going out with a roar.
Yeah, we've had a very good month. In fact, I'm excited to tell my guys tomorrow that they're going to get a bonus check for December. We have a certain amount that we need to do as a business each month, and if we exceed that, they get a bonus. And we didn't get one in November. November was pretty bad, considering what the rest of the year was. But they've been pretty used to it because since May, they've gotten a bonus. Well, they'll be glad to know tomorrow they're going to get one, so it's a good thing.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So we had a very good December. It's very good. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Dynamic Automotive, all 3 locations. I want to remind everybody that if you deal with Dynamic Automotive, which we would love you for you to do, and when you deal with them, if you mention my name, Dave Serio, or the radio program You Ought to Know, Jose and his two partners, will be more than happy to give you a 10% discount on your service bill. 10% off parts, 10% off labor. So that's a real good deal. And as we close things out, I want to let everybody know that I took my vehicle, my Dodge Magnum, to a place to have a repair done for the warranty. It's under an extended warranty, a lifetime warranty. And they were supposed to get the car done today, and surprisingly enough, the dealer did not get it done today. So there you go. I'm in a 2008 Dodge Caliber.
Oh, look at you.
Styling. You're styling, buddy.
If you're wondering what DOS means, it means 2008 Dodge Caliber. All right? Very good. Well, Mike Lambert, thank you very much for being with us, buddy.
My pleasure, dude. Thank you.
Happy New Year to you. The show's live on Saturday, and we'll see you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Dave Windward, once again, Jasper Engines and Transmissions, and JasperMan73@gmail.com is the email address. If you know what that transmission goes in, give them an email, and the first correct answer will win the free T-shirt. JasperMan73@gmail.com. David, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for all the great things you've done for me for over the year, okay?
Yeah, thank you, and have a good New Year's, guys.
You too. Todd and Jose, thanks for your business this year. I appreciate it so much on the radio program. The Frederick Show wouldn't be the same without you, and we wish both you guys a real Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Dave. It's always a pleasure to be here. You guys have a happy and safe New Year.
Yep,
All right, sounds good, guys. Thank you for being with me. I'm Dave Serio, part of the Hangout10.com network. Have a blessed week. Happy New Year to you all, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday, or talk to me on Saturday on the radio at daveserio.com. Part of the Hangout10.com network, this is You Ought to Know Live. Good night.